Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Rob, and welcome back to episode number 21 of the Washington football team franchise here on Madden NFL 22 for the PlayStation 5. And today, we get Week 17 action here at Landover, Maryland, between the 3-12 Philadelphia Eagles and the 8-7 Washington football team, as we hope to potentially push for the postseason. Now, when these teams met 2 weeks ago, the Eagles had a come-from-behind victory and won 29-26 in the fourth quarter. Washington cannot have that happen this week if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive, and we're underway here, so if you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Gibson gets us to the 28-yard line. That's where the Washington offense is going to start, led by Ryan Fitzpatrick, who did a good job taking care of the football last week. He's got 4,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. We'll need him to play like he did last week against Dallas if he won a victory. He'll start off his own 28. Here's a shotgun pass, and he airmails Curtis Samuel on the first play from scrimmage. Not a good start for Fitzpatrick. Now they go 2nd and 10, trying to spread out the defense, run it inside with Gibson, and it's going to work as he sheds a tackle and picks up 8 on his first carry. And now we go 3rd and 2, tight end in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Gibson, and he's going to not get the first down. Very good fill by Eric Wilson, the former Viking, and he stops Gibson shy. And Tressway will punt it up to Philadelphia. They'll let this one bounce. It's going to hit at the 3, and it's going to roll and hit the pylon. But I'm going to say it's down at the 1. Interesting call, so that's where the Eagles will start. Jalen Hurts takes the field. Has not played overly impressive this season. 3,400 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He needs to show a little bit more if he wants to keep his job going into next season. 1st and 10 on their own 1. Hurts is going to scramble left side, and nobody's even there. Hurts takes off and runs with it, and he slides down at the 21-yard line. Quick run of 21. And that's what you got to be worried about when you place Jalen Hurts in this offense. Now the 21-yard line, 1st and 10 Philadelphia. It's a handoff to Miles Sanders, who didn't play 2 weeks ago. He sat that week out with a broken thumb. He's back in the lineup this week. Now 2nd and 9, they go with play action to Sanders. Hurts tries to roll to his left, and he's going to get it, but there was an obvious hold on the left tackle. Jordan Mailata basically tackled his defender to the ground, so this run will not stand. Instead, it will be 2nd and 19 from their own 13-yard line, trying this again. Handoff to Sanders, tries to find space up the middle, and there's another flag down, another flag on Philadelphia. This time they're going to get illegal block in the back on the outside. It's the rookie number 10 overall pick, Devontae Smith, who's the culprit. So, take 3, 2nd and 21 now. Washington brings a heavy blitz and almost gets home. Fuller hits Hurts. And now 3rd and 21. Hurts drops back on his own goal line. He's going to scramble to his right. He's going to take off and run with it, but he's going to be hit from behind by Ioannidis. And that's how this Philly drive will end. So both teams punt on their first possessions. Here's Washington now at the 41-yard line. And it's a quick pass of the middle for Logan Thomas. And Thomas, the leading receiver for Washington, is going to get out to the 38-yard line, already into Philadelphia territory. Hand off to Gibson next play. He's got a crease left side. He's going to pick up a first down before being tackled by Alex Singleton. Gibson last week, 91 yards, the NFL rushing leader. Remember, also has the single-game record for most rushing yards. 2nd and 4, here's a quick pass. Thomas sits down in the zone. He's going to pick up a first down on his second catch. First down, Washington. Now at the 24, handoff Gibson. He's going to bounce it left side. He's going to bounce it again. Nice move, and he's going to have a nice run. Gibson put the move on Steven Nelson. Gets Washington goal to go. Nice run by Antonio Gibson. 1st and 10, or 1st and goal, play fake, and Fitzpatrick rolls to his right. Nobody's open, makes a smart decision, and just throws this one away. Now 2nd and goal, it's a RPO. Dami Brown trying to get him some space on the outside, but nice coverage out there. Gets him maybe a yard. Now 3rd and goal. Fitzpatrick pumps, tries to scramble, and he's going to be sacked by Brandon Graham. So this Washington drive will end in 3 as they put the first points on the scoreboard. Now 2nd and 7 with Philadelphia's drive. It's play fake. Hurts fires across the middle, has his man Jalen Reagor, who will get Philadelphia out into Washington territory for the first time. New set of downs. Hurts in the gun. Going to take the snap. Looking to his right. Going to fire that way. And he's intercepted. Picked off by William Jackson III. This one's going to go the other way. Hurts the only man with a chance. And he gets juked out of his shorts. William Jackson with the touchdown. Pick 6. Have not seen that in a long time, as this Washington team is last in the league in turnovers. And that's a big one. Washington now goes up 10-0. Hurts would take 2. Scrambles to a right. Throws a prayer left side. That's caught by the Heisman Trophy winner. Devontae Smith goes up and gets it down at the 3-yard line. Hurts just heaved up a just lucky throw. And now on 1st and goal, it's a handoff to Sanders. He gets tackled. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Going to keep it on the I formation. Now it's a handoff to the fullback, and this won't work. He gains 2. 3rd and goal from the 1. On the beginning of the 2nd quarter, it's a handoff to Sanders, and he will punch it in for the score. 3rd time's the charm. And Philadelphia cracks with their own touchdown, making it 10-7. So we'll see how Washington answers. Here's a 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick tries to step up and run. Gets maybe 2 before being swung down. Now 2nd and 8. Bunch to the right. Fitzpatrick play fake. Checks it down in the flats to Thomas for his 3rd grab of the day. 3rd and 4 now. Fitzpatrick going to throw for it for the 3rd time. Fitzpatrick, though, is hit as he throws. That ball is going to fall to the turf. And Washington will punt it away. Eagles now have it at their own 20 on the touchback. It's a handoff to Sanders, and he's blown up in the backfield. Jonathan Allen, who has made a living in opposing teams' backfields this season, brings him down. After a nice run by Sanders to bounce back, it's 3rd and 3. Hurts back to throw. He's got pressure. Going to take a bomb right side, and this one is broken up by Jackson. Thought he had that one for a second, but that's Eagles now going to punt it. Now Washington back with the football. Another outside run that works for Gibson. He's nice job bouncing this one outside. 6 for 42 to start for him. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying to get back to Brown on these RPOs. It hasn't worked for the 2nd time. And now it's 3rd and 8. Trips to Fitzpatrick's right. He's going to look that way. He's got a man in his face, though, and it's Fletcher Cox bringing out Fitzpatrick for the first time today. Sack, and that's going to end the drive. The defense is settling in now as we go 1st and 10 with Philadelphia, and he's stuffed Sanders up the middle, and guess who? Jonathan Allen. 2nd and 10, 5 men on the line for Washington. They're going to run against it, and Sanders is going to maybe pick up 4 before being tackled down. Now 3rd and 6. On their own 36, Hurts to throw. He's going to scramble right side, throws a bomb to the right, and it's broken up by Collins. Nice defense to not allow another long ball. And it's going to be a punt for Philadelphia. Gibson has this on his own 20. He's going to cut it right side, outrun the defenders. And he's got a nice little return here all the way to the 44. That's a 24-yard return for Gibson. And he sets up Washington nicely here. 4 minutes to go in the half. It's a play fake on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick fires left side. Long throw to McLaurin. Nice throw, nice grab. And that's a 1st down into Philadelphia territory at the 35. 3.5 now to go. Fitzpatrick throwing again on 1st and 10. Has Thomas across the middle. He beats his man to single coverage. And on Washington back in the red zone. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Last play before we hit that mark. And Gibson's going to run a 2nd and 2 up the middle. And it's going to be goal to go when we get back from the warning. On the 4-yard line, empty set. Fitzpatrick going to throw out of it. Nobody's open. Rolls to his right. Stops. Fires to the back of the end zone and has McLaurin for a touchdown. Nice job by Fitzpatrick to keep his eyes downfield on the scramble. Sets. Fires. And now it's 17-7 Washington. So Philadelphia will get the ball at the end of the intermission. So they're looking to double dip here, except Cole Holcomb is going to blow that one up. That's a sack on 1st down. Now 2nd and 22. Philadelphia not going to give up. They're going to throw for it here. And they have Dallas Goedert streaking across the middle. And now Philadelphia calls a timeout. So this is actually a big play for Philadelphia. It's 3rd and 14. And they come out in 3 tight ends after the timeout and run it. I don't know why they would call a timeout just to come run it. So Washington is going to do the smart thing and call a timeout of their own. And now they'll get a chance with under a minute with 2 timeouts to go put points up on their own. Gibson has it at his own 20 or 33-yard line, and he's going to be tackled down at the 39. So 48 seconds and 2 timeouts for Washington. Fitzpatrick will throw for on the 1st and 10 play. He's going to take a deep shot right side, and this one is caught by Humphries, who stays in bounds, and he's going to find the end zone. Very weird play, but Humphries with the score. Don't know what Rodney McLeod was doing there as Humphries comes away with it, and in one play Washington scores 6 because Hopkins does miss the extra point, and that's how the half will end. Interesting into the end of the first half, 23-7 Washington. We'll have to see what happens when we come back from the break. It's crunch time around the NFL Week 17, and Washington is in the thick of the playoff race. And we're going to start off with another team who's in the thick of it as well. The NFC East leading Giants go to Chicago to face the 2-seeded Bears, and currently the Bears up 13-3. Part of the reason? Daniel Jones, 3 first-half interceptions. Giants, leaders of the division, we could use them. We could take a loss from New York. Speaking of New York, we're going to go to the Meadowlands where the Jets host the Buccaneers. No really implications on us, but the Buccaneers are whooping up on the Jets as Brady continues his domination over AFC East teams. 2 touchdown passes in the first half for the GOAT. And lastly, in the Big D, Dallas facing the Arizona Cardinals. They are down 16-14. A loss would knock Dallas out of the division race, so they need to come back and win if they want to stand a chance to take the crown of the NFC East. Back to our game now. The Eagles starting off with the football here in the second half. They're on the 25-yard line, down by 16. And this is a nice play. Wide open, Greg Ward gets to the 43-yard line. Just like that, it's an 18-yard connection. 1st and 10. Now they go a bunch of play action. A lot of misdirection. It gets Dallas Goedert wide open. Goddard gets away from Curl, and in 2 plays, Eagles are down to the 30-yard line of Washington. So nice play calling coming out of the half. Now they go to this offset I formation, 2 tight ends for Philadelphia. It's going to be a run for Sanders, and he's going to be met in the hole by Hudson. Nice run defense by Kalechi Hudson. Stops him at the goal line, or at the line of scrimmage, excuse me. Now 2nd and 10 is a quarterback draw for Hurts, and nobody's in the middle of the field, and Hurts races forward, gain of 21, and Montez Sweat is hurt on the play. Sweat would not return to this ball game. He would be okay after this week, however. And now 1st and goal for Philadelphia. We're down our top 2 pass rushers. As here's a 1st and goal connection. Now 2nd and goal from the 3 in the gun still. It's a handoff. Sanders up the middle, and he's going to fight into the end zone for a touchdown. Birds score their 2nd of the day. 2nd for Sanders, and it's 23-14. Well, 23-13, they're going to go for 2, excuse me. 5 men in the pattern. Hurts fires left side, overthrows Goddard, who had a chance. And the Eagles stay down by 10. So now Washington trying to halt some of this momentum. It's their first possession of the half, as here's Gibson with a spinning grab before stepping out of bounds. 2nd and 9, handoff to Gibson. He is stuffed, stood no chance in the middle. Brandon Graham and company drop him in the backfield. Now it's 3rd and 11. Fitzpatrick to throw from underneath center. He has Humphreys on a crossing pattern. He's not going to get it. Hit down by McLeod. And Washington goes 3 and outs on their very first possession. So now the Eagles building some momentum. Come in 3 tight ends here on this play, and this is not going to work. Jonathan Allen, once more in the backfield, brings down Sanders for a loss of 2. Now 2nd and 12. Hurts looking to throw on his own 2. He's going to try to scramble, but he doesn't see a man on his blind side. It's the undrafted rookie out of Marshall, Darius Hodge, who was called up from the practice squad this week to fill some defensive line depth, and he makes a play, his first career sack. Then on 3rd and 18, Allen blows up a run as the Eagles just try to get out of their own end zone, and they'll punt from 3. Gibson is back on the logo. He will field it at about the 45-yard line, so Washington will already start off in Philadelphia territory, and a solid return from Gibson gets them to the 29. So a nice solid short field here for Washington. On their 2nd drive of the half, they're going to start off with Gibson, who just returned the football, down at the 25. 6.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Fitzpatrick throwing here on 2nd and 6. Has Humphreys in the flats. Terry McLaurin was wide open across the middle of the field, but Fitzpatrick didn't see him. Now 3rd and 2. They bring it in tight. Handoff to Gibson. He's going to rush forward, pick up 3. Only needed 2, so that's a 1st down for the football team. Now 1st and 10. Here's another one of those RPOs to Brown, and it finally works this time. 3rd time's the charm as Diami Brown finally gets some space to run, and it's 2nd and inches. On 2nd and inches, they go to Gibson, who races right side. He's going to pick up 2. That's all he needed. Goal to go from the 7. Washington trying to answer. It's a handoff to Gibson, and he's going to get 2, making it 2nd and goal. Fitzpatrick in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Gibson again, who's met right up the middle for a gain of 1. So after 2 runs, it's now 3rd and goal from the 4. Fitzpatrick will throw, looks right side, floats it for Humphreys, who has it for a touchdown. Humphreys beats his man one-on-one, lined up against Anthony Harris. His 2nd touchdown grab of the day, 3rd touchdown pass for Fitzpatrick. And that puts Washington up 30-13 going into the final frame. Philadelphia with 1 quarter to go. They've done a comeback before, actually 2 weeks ago against Washington. See if they can do it here. Is on 3rd and 6. Hurts outside the packet, floats it for Ward, who gets away from Hudson. Nice job by Hurts to not always just trust his legs, instead keeping his eyes downfield. So now 1st and 10 from the 11. Hurts drops back under center. He's got all day, only a 3-man rush. Fires, has Goddard, who's going to fall into the end zone for a touchdown. So that's the nice start you want for Philadelphia in the 4th quarter. They get 7, and it's now a 10-point lead again. 30-20 for Washington. As they start this drive, you're going to throw out of it 1st and 10. He finds Gibson after Fitzpatrick was pressured. Nice job by Gibson to kind of just stop on his route, realizing that Fitzpatrick was under a lot of pressure. So now out to the 44-yard line, one of their 3 tight ends in motion, and it doesn't really help as Gibson is hit down by Javon Hargrave for a gain of 1. Now 2 tight ends in the ballgame. It's a stretch give to Gibson, and he's going to be met and not pick up a lot. So now 3rd and 6. Fitzpatrick in the gun. He's going to finally throw for it. It's pressure in his face, and he's going to go down. Rodney McLeod on the blitz. They brought a safety and a linebacker, and it was 1 too many, and Washington punts. So now Philadelphia back down by 10 with the football, and it's a play action of Philadelphia's own, and he don't see the pressure. Kendall Fuller from the slot blitzes and brings down Hurts, who stood no chance. After 2nd and 17, now 3rd and 12. Hurts going to throw for it. More pressure from Washington, and it gets home again. This time, Jonathan Allen gets a sack. Not a run stop, but a sack, as that leads to a Philadelphia punt. Now less than 10 to go in the game, as here's a 1st and 10 dump off to Dyami Brown, his first non-screen catch of the day. 2nd and 2, going back underneath center. It's a stretch give to Gibson, and he's going to be hit down. Eric Wilson, nice run defense. Stops a loss of 3 for Gibson. So now they go 3rd and 5. Fitzpatrick going to throw for it again. They're trying to set up a screen for Gibson, and he stands no chance. Guess who? Eric Wilson, the team leader in tackles with 2 great plays, stops the drive by himself. Now, though, 5.5 left to go in the game. Philadelphia starting to run out of time, as here's a 1st and 10 run by Sanders. That's not really going to help you in the long run. Now 2nd and 10. Trips to, or bunch to his left. Hurts looks that way. Has Goddard, who's going to cross midfield down at the 45-yard line. The clock's continuing to tick. Now about 4 minutes to go in the game. Hurts needs to press the ball downfield. This will help, as it's another scramble right, throw left for Goddard. And right guard Brandon Brooks is hurt on the plate for the Eagles. Now we go a little bit deeper. 3rd and 4. Clock inside 3 minutes now. Hurts trying to set up a screen. Doesn't work, so it's going to be 4th and 4. And Philadelphia is going to elect to take the 3 now. Kick is up and good. So now the Eagles down by 7. They're going to need a stop here at the 2-minute warning and need the ball back. Fortunately for them, it's 2nd and inches. As Fitzpatrick underneath center hands it to Gibson, who stretches it right side, has the first down and stays in bounds, makes a smart play to not run it out. And that'll be the first time out for Philadelphia. Gonna need 3 more stops here, as this will help, as Gibson is met in the backfield, and Eagles will get 2 stops. As now we go 3rd down and 23. Washington just going to play it safe, hand it off to Gibson, who runs up the middle. They want to keep the clock rolling before they punt it away. So Philadelphia will have underneath the minute, 54 seconds to be exact, and they need a touchdown. Hurts on 1st and 10. Stands in the pocket, has time, scrambles to his right, throws it away, but that wasted about 8 seconds. Now 48 seconds left to go. Hurts in the pocket, 4-man rush. He's going to move to his left, and he's going to try to scramble, but he's going to be sacked by Cole Holcomb. That's a big-time sack as the clock continues to run, and now we're inside 30 seconds. Hurts, 3rd and 12, deep ball left side is caught by Smith, but with 20 seconds, he's still in bounds. Philadelphia can't get another play off, and Washington comes away victorious. They get their revenge against Philadelphia. Final score 30-23. Washington moves to 9-7 on the season, and Philadelphia drops to 3-13. Good win here for Washington, specifically Fitzpatrick, who had 3 touchdown passes, and for the second week in a row, 0 interceptions. Fitzpatrick has totaled 5 touchdowns and no picks in the past 2 weeks, and you see what's happened. Washington is now on a 2-game win streak. So when Fitzpatrick takes care of the football, good things happen. Other than that, I thought we played pretty good. I think we could have stopped Hurts more. He actually passed a lot better than I thought he would. So props to Hurts, but this is an Eagles squad that's going to have a high draft pick. Not sure if Jalen Hurts is going to be the quarterback going into 2022. Antonio Gibson gets an upgrade here as he moves to an 84 overall before the morale boost. Here's the scores at week 17 around the league as you could take a look at some of them, but we're going to stop with the first one. The Bears beat the Giants 27-24. So despite 21 points in the third quarter for the Giants, the Bears come back and win. Both quarterbacks threw for 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. And the Giants lose, which means we are tied for the division lead going into week 18, and we have the Giants next week. More on that in just a minute. The other NFC East team, the Dallas Cowboys, they lost to the Cardinals 23-17, which means they cannot win the NFC East, and that makes their playoff chances look a lot rather bleak as they need some help in week 18 if they want to make the postseason. And lastly, the 49ers, they lost to the Texans 34-31. The 49ers losing means that we actually have a shot at the wild card as well. So if we lose against the Giants, we might need some stuff to happen, but our playoff chances just got a lot brighter. Speaking of the playoffs, if you look at the playoff picture, we currently are in at the 4 seed as we lead the division, but the Giants are also in the playoffs. They are also 9-7, which means whoever wins this matchup takes the division. It has come down to one final game between Washington and New York. As far as the wild card goes, it's kind of muddy. As you can see, the Giants, Cowboys are also 9-7. Lions and 49ers are 8-8, but they have better division or conference records than we do. So if we lose against the Giants, the only way we can make the wild card is if the Cowboys, the Lions, and the 49ers also lose. So we need a lot to happen if we lose the ball game. You know how you stop that from happening? You just go out there and win. We got to go out there and beat the Giants, take the division. We had beat the Giants before this season. It was all the way back in week 2. On Thursday Night Football, we won 24-21. This is the game where Ryan Fitzpatrick threw 5 interceptions. Threw for over 400 yards, but did not do a good job of taking care of the football. Fitzpatrick in recent weeks has done a lot better job of taking care of it. We need that to continue in week 18 if you want to pick up the win. But high stakes here on the last game of the season. It's win the division or potentially go home. We'll have to see what happens in that one. That'll be coming to you guys on Friday, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. And thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.